What is up, fellow renegades across the interwebs? Before we begin the video, as always, I want to give a big shout out to our most recent Patreon supporters and YouTube members. Extinction Team 75, Jacques from Wetterin, Lily Panda, Apprentice, Coma Blitz, Kid Cypher, Sea Raccoon, Aaron White, Gregory B, Fiat Voltus Mea, Joseph Dungan, Chris Andrews, Sean McLaughlin, Mariner, Boy, Mage Click, Snowy, Zachzon666, Cursing Throne 92, Ali Mocha, Duncan, Dimitri Theodosakis, Lily Panda, HEV Mark IV, Jesse the Educator, Austin Hall, Ethan Davis, Commander Nom Nom, Corbin, Ethan Kuyoth, and as always, I want to give a shout out to our executive producer, Bevan Brummett. Thank you all very much for your support. If you want to become a Patreon supporter, feel free to click the link in the description to find out more. We'll see you there.
Good job! See what happens? See what happens when you're stupid? See what happens? Ah! No! National security! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! No! Let me out of the box! Daddy, please let me out of the box! I'm stuck! Look at me! Look at me! Look at me! I'm stuck up here! I'm stuck up here! Look!
So we go from watching the Do rock people's faces off with guitar solos on Omegle to true Omegle chat room horror stories. We have two of them here. Both of these are from...
You're on Omegle when suddenly you see a man with very veiny arms and a guitar on the screen on the other side.
He asks you a question.
What song would you like for him to play? But all of a sudden you realize your brain is completely blank and you can't think of anything to ask him to play. He makes fun of you and then skips ahead. The next day you realize that he's multi-million subscriber YouTuber The Do, and you blew your shot. Number 16.
That was good. Oh god, Chills. Like the thing with Chills is that that meme will never die as long as there's horror videos on YouTube. People are always going to go back and just be like, number 15, Burger King foot lettuce.
Yeah.
Every time, dude. Every time. But
like literally, I watched him for so long before that video came out, and then he got memed into oblivion with that one.
And he's never really been able to recover, which he has enough of a legacy on YouTube to where he doesn't really have to worry about that. I mean, people will still like hear his voice and be like, "Hey, it's Chills."
Yeah, I appreciate that they got him in the Smiling Friends.
You see, yeah, that was good. I'm glad they got that too. But
sorry if I'm looking around. There's kitties walking around down here.
yeah, we got a black cat and a striped cat. The striped cat's laying down.
Yeah.
And the black cat is...
My kitty just be chilling, and the black kitty's exploring the area.
He's exploring. He's a little exploring boy. But anyway, yeah, the Omegle chat room horror stories animated. These are by Horror Shorts Party. This is the new kid on the block. Basically, well, not new kid. He's been doing videos for a little while now. I think this video is, when was this video posted? I hate that it doesn't say anything. Oh, cool. The dude is using music by Mew. The dude who did that cover of Bloody Tears. Yeah. It's actually one we're using in our outros now. So, if you want to support Mew, feel free to check him out. But let's see, this dude right here, let's see. Is this the same one? Yes, it is. Okay, so we actually have part 1 and part 2 here. These were suggested on our Discord. I mean, we are doing more horror stuff now, and we're actually here in the next week or two going to start solely posting horror stuff on Sundays. So
it is getting close to spooky season again.
Yes, it is.
It's May.
It's
the beginning of May.
Well, halfway there.
Close enough.
Yeah, we're more than halfway there now. I mean, come on, guys.
Bilbo.
Mr. Bilbo.
Should you be on top of that, you think?
He's fine. It's that old PC that Roan gave me.
Okay.
I still need to work on that. I'm actually going to buy the parts to repair it here soon. Anyway, we have here True Omegle Chat Room Horror Stories, animated by Horror Shorts Party. Hopefully we'll be able to get some good stories out of this. So, shall we? Here we go. Horror Shorts Party, number 1. True Omegle Chat Room Horror Stories.
This story happened to me a couple years ago. It happened on a Saturday night. I was typing out a school report for my English class and was pretty worn out from the tedious amount of thinking that transpired throughout the paper. I decided to take a break and procrastinate a little bit, maybe watch a couple of YouTube videos.
Been there.
I needed to take some stress off my mind, but didn't really have anyone to vent or talk to. This gave me the idea to visit a chat room called Omegle. For those of you who don't know what Omegle is, it's a chat room where you can literally video chat with random strangers online through your computer webcam. Needless to say, Omegle definitely helped with my social skills growing up as a child, so I was always active on it. I remember this one particular night. I was having trouble meeting new people. This left me a little frustrated to say the least, but that's the kind of thing to expect when you're on these kind of chat sites. That's when I stumbled upon this one guy. He looked to be around the same age group as myself, and seemed like a pretty harmless individual. I decided to say hi. He didn't say anything back, he just typed the word hi in the chat box. I found it kind of weird that he would go through the effort of typing out hi as opposed to just saying hi verbally. He then waved at me and began typing something else. He introduced himself in the chat box saying, "My name is Daniel, what's your name?" I verbally said, "My name is James, how are you?" He then stares at the camera and doesn't say a word to me, completely dismissing the fact that I just asked him a question. At this point, I was convinced that this had to be some sort of pre-recorded video and that someone was just trolling me. That's when he began typing in the chat box again saying, "I'm deaf, please type in the chat box unless you know sign language." I honestly felt stupid and immediately typed, "No worries, my name is James," and gave a quick thumbs up as an act of kind gesture. He immediately typed back saying, "Nice to meet you, James," and gave me a thumbs up as well. He then typed something else that left me dumbfounded. He said, "I will use my whiteboard to chat with you going forward, because my hands will be occupied." I was confused by what he meant by that, so I typed,
You're gonna start cranking
"What do
one
you
out?"
mean by your hands being occupied?" He then starts writing on a whiteboard and raises it up on the screen, which read, "Want to play a game?" I typed, "Sure, what game you want to play?" What he did next is something I will never forget to this day. He held a revolver up with one hand and the whiteboard up with the other hand, saying,
Oh, hell.
"Let's play Russian roulette." I was honestly quite creeped out by this guy and was contemplating on clicking the stop option to skip this weirdo. That's when he wrote another message on the whiteboard saying, 1 of 6.
Shit.
I was confused by what 1 of 6 meant. He then took the revolver, slipped one bullet inside the cylinder, and began spinning it with his other hand. I now knew what he meant by 1 of 6. It seemed like the guy was about to demonstrate an act of Russian roulette with one bullet in the cylinder of 6. He then puts the revolver against his head. I began typing, "What are you doing? Please stop this." The guy then smiles disturbingly on the camera and pulls the trigger. Nothing happened. He starts laughing hysterically like a psycho. I was honestly disturbed, but also skeptical that the gun was real, so I typed, "Is that even real?" He then points the revolver at the wall and begins to repeatedly press the trigger until the shot was fired. I was completely blown away by what I was seeing and typed, "Dude, you could have died!" That's when the guy raised the whiteboard to the screen again, showing the message, 5 of 6.
Uh-oh.
I frantically started typing, "Don't do it," repeatedly in the chat box, desperately trying to get his attention. He then began loading the revolver with 5 bullets while I gestured no by waving my hands back and forth like a lunatic. I knew the odds of him surviving this time were slim to none. He then raises the revolver against his head once again and begins to disturbingly smile, with tears running down his face.
Ugh.
He began mumbling the words, "It was nice meeting you, James." I immediately slammed my laptop shut as I hear a gunshot a split second before the laptop was fully closed.
Damn.
I was left baffled on my computer desk. I hadn't a clue what to do. I stupidly opened my laptop up with my eyes closed. I pressed my hand against the screen where the video chat was located.
Damn.
I opened my eyes, and through the cracks of my fingers, I can see blood displayed everywhere on his screen. I immediately click the exit button on the Google Chrome tab and call it a night. To this day, I'm still skeptical about what I saw there. I haven't reported anything to the police, nor have I reported anything to Omegle. I'm not sure if that was the wisest decision, but I hope I never encounter anyone like that again.
It's pretty fucked up.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, man. Damn, man. I see a disturbing version of Steph Curry down here. I don't know what to think about that. Just like, okay. Why is Steph Curry, like, staring into my soul? Like he wants to devour it? So, there was a long time ago, I heard about a story on 4chan. It was about this kid who went through his dad's old memorabilia and found what looked to be a hand grenade. You know, it had the pin in it and everything, and everyone was just like, not real, fake, not real. And the guy was just like, it's like, how do you want me to prove it? And she's like, pull the pin out and throw it. And the dude was just like kept posting pictures of him like with the thing dangling from his hand, you know, using only the pin as like the thing holding it up. Mm-hmm. And, you know, he just kept like jostling it around, you know, like showing it off, like running it over with like, should I run it over with a car? This and that. And the last picture that was shared was him holding it up by just the ring over top of a toilet. And then he never posted any pictures. He never posted anything else ever again.
Idiot.
So 4chan decided to do some research. You know, they unholstered their autism and aimed it directly at, you know, the fate of the poster, or the original poster of that message board. And they found out that there was a police report. A 14-year-old kid died from shrapnel hitting him when he dropped an active grenade in the toilet.
Don't play with weapons.
Don't be stupid, y'all. Don't be stupid. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure that was real, or if that, you know, if that was real, then Jesus. But at the same time, you know, if it's fake, then there's been fake stuff on Omegle before. I've seen them pull fake stuff off. And sometimes it gets people. It gets people really, really good. But I don't know. I really don't know. I'm sick of Steph Curry staring at me. Let's move on to the next one. So, True Omegle Horror Story Animated. This is part 2, also by Horror Shorts Party. So, let's go ahead and get this back up on screen. And here we go. I'm blue, dabba-dee-dabba-die.
This is a story that happened a couple months ago when I was in my first year of college. I was a student majoring in industrial engineering, but unfortunately started taking online classes due to the global pandemic. Most lectures began surfacing online as my respective professors would host Zoom calls for each course following the other. I wasn't really the biggest fan of taking online classes as I just recently enrolled in the curriculum, so not being able to socially interact with others in the classroom was a bitter pill to swallow, which led me to the idea of using the video chat site Omegle. I remember hearing rumors about it growing up where people would sometimes meet interesting individuals there. Maybe some hot chicks if you got lucky enough.
Or maybe a dude holding a guitar who will take requests. Who won't show his face. And shows off his big, beefy, veiny arms. Damn, dude, you're going in. That's a shit ton of whiskey. Damn, dude. This dude's going for the record of how quickly can I experience liver failure. Like, if that was a beer,
Thought
okay,
I'd give
but
it a
that's
try one
liquor,
Friday
dude.
evening. I figured I couldn't go wrong with meeting some random people from across the world while I casually sip on my alcoholic beverage.
Yep.
Jesus.
It's like, dude, you're
If
gonna
that
have,
is whiskey, that dude's gonna be
like,
fucking
and for those of you who think
shit-faced.
we're, like, look, it's literally
Yeah, Terrence
whiskey.
Nicholson's whiskey. Like,
Whiskey!
he just filled a beer stein, which is like a big fucking glass,
Yeah.
with whiskey.
That's, okay, if anything...
And now
that-
he's chugging whiskey.
That
like,
small
damn.
little bottle would not be able to hold that much, like, would not be able to fit, or it wouldn't be able to fill up that glass. Like,
Hot
because,
chicks if you got lucky enough.
like, yeah, that's a small bottle. That's not, you wouldn't be able to fill up the glass with just that.
Yeah, no, you get like maybe a fourth of the stein or half the stein at most.
Yeah, dude, like, that right there, again, if that, like, just a little pet peeve for me, that's not how whiskey works. Apparently this is...
The animator just may not drink.
Maybe
Either that or it's just a joke. Like, yeah.
Meeting some random
Maybe it's a
people
joke and we're harping on about it. He's just like,
Yeah.
good.
from across the world while I casually sip on my alcoholic beverage.
It's also more than a
That's
casual
not casual
sip.
sipping. That's
That's
downing
fucking
a
chugging.
motherfucker. You're downing that bitch.
That's smashing it.
Come on, where the girls at? I want to see some... Hey there, what's your name, kid? I'm Tommy. What's yours? You can call me Creep. Nope. Hey, do you like long walks to the fridge? Not with you. That's when I came across a man with his face painted as a clown, replicating Joaquin Phoenix from the Joker movie that premiered a couple months earlier. Hey dude, big fan of the Joker, aren't you? He just sat there in silence while looking directly at the webcam with his gaunt eyes and formidable smile, almost like he was intrigued by my company. Hello? Do you talk? Again, he just sat there not saying anything. I was convinced his mic was turned off, as I couldn't hear any background ambient noise that I would usually hear when a stranger appears on the screen. I decided to type, "I don't think your mic is on, dude." That's when he began typing in the chat box himself, saying, "All I have are negative thoughts looming inside my head." I playfully respond with, "Why so serious? Laugh out loud?" Pick a card, any card, by saying the word stop. He then raises a deck of cards towards the screen and began springing the cards from one hand to the other while I shout, "Stop!" midway through the deck. The Joker then raises my selected card, the 7 of Diamonds, towards the screen. He then inserts the card back inside the deck, all while having his head turned in a different direction. "Okay, Mr. Joker, gonna guess my card now?" He then typed, "If you want me to unmute my mic and reveal your card, you have to beat me in a blinking contest." I typed, "Okay, sure, I guess." The Joker then turns on his mic as I hear the sudden ambient noise come out of nowhere. He then puts his face closer to the webcam with his eyes closed and begins gesturing the numbers 1, 2, and opening his eyes on the count of 3. I began to reciprocate by gluing my eyes to the screen in hopes that any lag from the video chat would mask any blink I would inevitably make. That's when the Joker began to disturbingly grin at the camera with an over-exaggerated smile, almost like he had a weird ability to abnormally stretch his face. I began to awkwardly smile back as my silly way of expressing a friendly gesture. I could then see tears falling from his eyes, like he was extremely reluctant to close them, almost as if the shame of losing an eye contest meant the world to him.
Wow, what the hell, dude?
I shouted, "Dude, you cheated!" as the Joker then began to start blindfolding himself while I awkwardly observed his bizarre antics. He then adjusts the webcam while
he
placing
gonna
one of his
play,
palms face down on the computer.
Five finger fillet.
Oh,
Then
God.
begins to
Yep,
raise
there he
a
goes.
large kitchen blade in the air with the other hand. Dude, what the hell are you doing? He then starts stabbing in between the gaps of his fingers.
Yeah, 5-finger fillet.
Dude, stop it! Are you insane?
That's when the Joker began to nonchalantly increase the speed of the stabbing motion while jabbing at the table flawlessly without any trace of a deadly mishap. It was terrifying, but at the same time exhilarating, as the Joker did this blindfolded at such a rapid speed that to the video chat it legitimately looked like a camera trick. I shouted,
Dude, how the hell did you do that?
as the Joker simultaneously
Some
zoomed
people
his
practice
webcam
that shit a
closer
lot.
to the table. He then begins to type,
Want to see that again, but this time in IMAX?
Oh, God.
I typed, sure, I guess. He then responds with,
Let me mute my mic. That way you don't hear my screams of agony in the unfortunate event that I make a mistake.
It's gonna be a fake
I was a
hand.
little alarmed with the sudden disclaimer, but oddly enough decided to observe the rest of his stunt. I watched him place his trembling hand on the table. What he did next was one of the most disturbing things I've ever seen in my life.
Chops
He
his own-
began carving the tip of the blade into the surface of his palm. I screamed,
Dude, no, stop it! What the hell is wrong with you? Dude, stop! What the hell is wrong with you?
as his bloody hand began to tremble uncontrollably with blood spewing everywhere.
Stop it! Please, stop!
That's when the Joker unmutes his mic, unveiling the sounds of a muffled whimper, like his mouth had been covered with something. What I saw next single-handedly made me not want to ever go back on Omegle again. The Joker raises his webcam, revealing the source of the actual hand he was hacking at.
Is
It
this
was
your
a man
card?
that looked to be in his mid-20s with duct tape on his mouth, shivering from the lethal torture the Joker put him through.
Oh, damn.
It wasn't even my hand. Leave him alone or I'm calling the cops!
As I looked closer at the screen, I noticed he had carved the value and suit of the playing card I had selected in the beginning of
The
the
7
video
of
chat.
diamonds. Yep.
The 7 of diamonds.
I kind of agree with you, though. I think those dudes might have just been using makeup and stuff
Again,
fake that. Because, like,
Again, faking it out like that, like having the camera pulled, like put away from because if you see the hand come up, like it's his actual hand, then it would be harder to do. But where the camera was not on him, he could have very easily just put a fake hand up there and then just like carved into it like the 7 of diamonds on it, and then he pulled the hand back, and then the guy, like the other guy who was there, could like have the tape on his mouth, and he would be holding, like the Joker would be holding his hand up like the fake hand up, like that would be gloved over the other guy's hand. Like it's easier to pull off than like if he would have just shown, everything, but. It's sleight of hand. I've seen that done before on Omegle, and it's not as impressive, but still, though, I mean, that's that if that did actually happen, that's a pretty disturbing story.
yeah.
But horror shorts party. This dude is this dude's pretty good. I like the. I'm gonna sub to him, and I'm gonna leave a like on that. I left a like on the last one too. So damn. Okay. So. I know that there's going to be people out there who are going to be requesting these, so I guess we'll see what kind of things people throw at us from this channel. And I'm wondering how many I wonder how long this guy's been doing this. He started in 2011, but let's see. Oh Jesus. Nico Avocado, what the fuck? Let's see. Oldest. Okay, so he started posting stuff 3 years ago. Yeah, so it would seem here that most of these are like older, like CG animated, and then it looks like hand-drawn stuff here. Yeah, so There's stuff like that I'm seeing on this channel that, you know, pretty disturbing, and
I feel like I've seen some of this dude's stuff before.
I probably have too.
That art style looks familiar.
Yeah. Three true Popeye's chicken horse. Popeye's chicken is freaking awesome.
Also noticed that he drew the Starbucks chick in that one thumbnail in the way that someone pointed out, like, that I can never unsee.
Oh.
Which is, like, the two things on the sides, like, being, like, her holding her legs up, like she's spreading her legs.
Oh. Yeah, I can't unsee that either. Damn it. Also, that looks like the pervert from Family Guy.
Herbert?
Yeah, Herbert the pervert. It's like, say that, you want to go get us some Taco Bell? Ooh.
I got a whole bunch of taco coupons.
Just gotta say, we're gonna get the Nacho Bel Grande extra cream. extra sour cream. Jesus. But yeah, this dude seems to.
Oh no! Don't touch that burrito. That's my burrito. Okay, you can touch it a little if you want.
You can touch it a little if you like.
You gotta let me touch your churro in return, though.
Yeah. Say, you gonna let me have a taste of them cinnamon twists?
Okay, let's quit that.
Yeah, let's stop. Anyway, that's gonna do it, everyone. That was Horror Shorts Party, Omegle Horror Stories. If you want to see more from Horror Shorts Party, I will have their channel linked in the description or in the title of the video, and also in the description. So I guess until next time, signing off. I'm Nate.
I am Nick.
We'll see you later, everybody. Peace.